Hi, hello, welcome to IS Factors Answer Writing Mains Mindset. We are discussing the answer writing program which we are doing daily. So, this is the day two, and our mains answer writing program is Mains Mindset, which is more than a test series. You can just go ahead and learn about it, and I think, for all the people who are writing, let's give the best attempt. And this is our mains mindset. Do check out the detail. We have a theme radius approach, which is more than a test series. So obviously, let me make a disclaimer here. I'm not going to tell you a question answer model. This is a Q box, and I'm going to give you a feed points, maximum feed points, and that is the same concept as theme radius. My idea is to widen your radius by giving maximum points, and we need to get maximum points. So that is the idea of theme radius. And I think let's take two questions for the day, and all the questions that we are discussing here comes from current affairs, and two questions absolutely framed from current affairs. One is, let's take the question here. India aims to transform Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep islands into smart islands. So discuss the strategic, ecological and developmental importance of this initiative. How can international partnership, especially with Japan, support this vision? So Japan is definitely supporting here. So you need to know Andaman Nicobar, generally the islands of India. How are they helping us to become smart islands? So what you need to know the concept of smart islands. Discuss the importance of that. You need to write points for that. Next is Bharat Gen, India's first indigenously developed AI model aims to deliver inclusive, multilingual, and ethical AI solution. Discuss the potential to transform the governance, education, and grassroots service delivery. So, know about what is Bharat Jain AI. How is it actually creating an multilingual, ethical AI solution? And tell us how is it transforming the governance, the education, and even the grassroots service delivery. So these are the two importance, one on smart islands and then on the Bharat Gen. So let's start building the feeder points. Let's get the feeder points ready. So first of all, you need to understand regarding the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So why was this question asked? Let's understand the genesis of this question. Again, from current affairs, India, Japan agreed to transform Andaman into smart islands. Take a look at the DD News. They're building Japan strengthening maritime time with shipbuilding, smart islands. An article on smart islands, green ports, and shipbuilding is already there in the article. So that is why. Let's read the question again. So you need to know Andaman, Nicobar, Lakshadweep, and what is the concept of smart island. So first of all, to answer this question, you need to know what exactly is a smart island. Discuss the strategic and ecological impact. So we'll understand then the Japanese angle. So let's break down. So in this, you need to understand that you need to first, the idea is to know what is the smart island and how smart island really works. When you have a smart island, obviously you need to know an island, and you need to create a different dimension for a normal existing island, like creating more technology into this island and creating more climatic solutions. Like being an island, it is very prone to disasters like tsunami, cyclones, etc. So disaster resilient infrastructure, that is the key word. Resilient disaster, resilient infrastructure, the climate, the technology aspect, the AI integrations, like desalination plants, which exactly works with AI. The desalination process, water security management, and even the biodiversity security aspect. So all these are smart islands, means everything is going to be smart. A better, smarter governance model in islands. So this is even the Japanese example of Okinawa. Japanese example of Okinawa is also important. And on top of that, you should mention how security and maritime aspect, it is very important. You can bring in the aspect of Quad and India's blue water ambitions. India's blue water ambitions and other important aspects, which is regarding the maritime security and geopolitical aspect. So I'm going to give you a most important quick points. The idea is not to write so many points. Quickly get the most important points. So first of all, where is Andaman Nicobar? Obviously, Lakshadweep is something that you know, definitely you know. One is on the Bengal side. Lakshadweep is controlled by the Kerala. Andaman Nicobar Islands in Bay of Bengal, it is an archipelago. Definitely, for mains perspective, you should know what is an archipelago. They've asked the question, write a small note on fjord, so you should know what. Likewise, you can get questions. And their position between what is an archipelago. Neighboring countries, you have Indonesia, Myanmar, Thailand, and the geographical feature is a part of the Arakan-Yoma Mountains, extending up to Myanmar, and the Andaman Islands, Nicobar Islands in south, and the 10-degree channel. So that is the L missing. So 10-degree channel, all these are important. Now the main definition comes here. What exactly is a smart island? That is what we have to know. A smart island refers to a region that integrates advanced technology. That is the point that we discuss. Sustainability, efficient governance to enhance economic cooperation, development, etc. That is why I said technology, the system, new system, the new governance system, climate resilience system, disaster risk resilience. All these are points. Let's build it. First is digital and smart infrastructure. So definitely high-speed internet connectivity in the islands, which will be helpful for education, healthcare, and remote work. Point taken. And you need to have a smart transportation, absolutely good transportation system, which will be a very friendly public transit and digital tracking system. Again, very, very important for that. And an automated governance system, like digital access, permits, healthcare records, citizen feedback. And I've got an example for this. So automated governance, all these are vocabularies coming under this. Then obviously energy. So solar, wind, tidal, everything is integrated here. Anything which cut down fossil fuel is added into this. Smart water management. This is the important point that I told you in the introduction, that AI-driven desalination plants are working. As an island, definitely having access to fresh water is a big challenge. It's actually surrounded. So fresh water means you can use the seawater, desalinize it using AI technology, and waste recycling and circular economy. See, if you get a question, you add all these points: AI integration, desalination, circular economy, smart water management. Your answer is going to be really, really better. And climate resilience and disaster reduction. So definitely we have AI predictions. AI predictions for cyclones, tsunamis, etc. Climate adaptive infrastructure. Use this word in your answer paper. When you get an answer, if you get anywhere, you rather than writing climate and other aspect, try to include climate adaptive infrastructure, which is definitely a better term. So this is how you increase your vocabulary, right? And ecotourism and digital tourism is also important. Fisheries and marine conservation, all this can be a general point. So take an economic transformation is also important. So all this digital tourism is important. So definitely remember the concept of digital tourism. The virtual reality, all these aspects, digital tourism is also important in that. I'll make another question on digital tourism also. And how is Japan contributing? Japan is a great partner for this. It is already contributing to marine surveillance. It is helping us in marine surveillance, green tech, very, very important, green tech, disaster resilience, and it is also training. We have one section entirely where I tell you what Japan is helping us. That is one aspect, and definitely, you know, Andaman Nicobar Lakshadweep means obviously rich in coral reefs, marine species. So definitely smart island means definitely we need to work on the ecological safeguards and bring in this vocabulary. Make sure when you write the mains examination, try to bring in this word, disaster resilient infrastructure. Such words and vocabulary really helps. So all this is a part of this. And coming to Japan, and I already told you Japan has a very successful island model called as the Okinawa model. Obviously, they also have this disaster resilient infrastructure and the green port development, like port digitization, clean shipping corridors, and Japan is going to train Indian seafarers. They're going to train us, and they're also going to create a lot of island movement and smart transit system. Anyway, this is how Japan is helping us on the basis of Okinawa, green port development, solar. PIB says that they're going to work on all this. They're going to train the Indian maritime seafarers, everything. And now some extra information and some extra vocabulary for you to top up your answers. In case you even get a question on geopolitical angle, you need to give out the points. One is the concept of MDA, Maritime Domain Awareness in Indo-Pacific Vision out of this. So I've got this point. It's India's Maritime Domain Awareness or MDA. It is very important for India's blue water naval ambition. I'll explain it more. Take a look at this. The Quad. the Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness, that is called the IPMDA. Maritime Domain Awareness is the Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness. What does it do? It simply tracks illegal activities, piracy, dark shipping. So all this has an impact on the islands, especially Andaman. That is why all this has an impact on the islands. So this is also an extra point that I want to tell you. And also remember another vocabulary, SCRI. What is the concept of SCRI? India, Japan, Australia's Supply Chain Resilience Initiative. Smart islands will serve as a regional connectivity. It will actually connect. It's a connectivity. So the smart islands will actually serve as a connectivity for hubs like SCRI. So if you get a smart island, 100% your answer should have this SCRI. Your answer will stand out. Then obviously digitized trade logistics and Information Fusion Center, Indian Ocean, the IFC IOR, that is the Information Fusion Center, Indian Ocean region, IOR, plays a maritime security, which goes through Andaman Nicobar Islands. So definitely you should, IFC, if you can remember IFC, Information Fusion Center, Indian Ocean region, IFC IOR. See, I'm sure these terms, SCRI, IFC, IOR, will definitely take your answers to the next level. So I want your answers to have this major points. Now the next level is actually in an Andaman Nicobar Command Center. India's only tri-service command will benefit from this naval operation. So this is actually one tri-service command center, Andaman. What is this? IFC IOR, Indian Fusion. So remember, that is the fusion. You can take a look at this, the Information Fusion Center, that is Information Fusion Center. It is the only tri-service command integrating Army, AV, Air Force, and it's actually headquartered in Port Blair in Andaman Nicobar Island. So remember all these points. So with all these points, with this is the theme radius. I've included your theme radius. I've given you a lot of points. You can write at least 6 to 7 major points and definitely bring in the vocabulary that we brought in, SCRI, IFC, IOR, and the other aspects. Definitely disaster resilience, your answer will be good. Moving quickly to the another important question is BharatJan, India's first indigenously developed multimodal AI. It is inclusive, multilingual, and ethical AI solution. It has got an ethical AI solution. Discuss the potential to transform the governance, education, and grassroots service delivery. So obviously, why this question was asked, take a look at the current affairs. BharatJan launched as India's first government-backed AI model for Indian languages. That is why it is important. Indigenous-based language model launched. So before you understand why this is important, in a sense, you should know what is BharatJan. In very simple concept, what is BharatJan? And this is India's indigenous produced, and it has over 22 languages are actually part of this. And this is helping a lot of sectors, like it is helping governance, it is helping education, it is helping healthcare in India, and a lot of other things are integrated. And even root level, even it is the application of healthcare in grassroots level in villages also, the AI is actually making waves. So you should know, tell me what is BharatJan and how it is changing in the other aspects of life. Obviously, AI means it is going to have a lot of impact. How it is actually taking it. So let's take the quick feeder points. India's first government-funded project supports 22 languages, and it was launched in BharatJan Summit 2025. Supports text, speech, image modalities, just like the normal the Chat GPT or the latest AI models. You can see it also supports text, speech, and image modalities. That is one thing that you can do. And developed under the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical System. It's very difficult to remember. So NMICPS. So have an idea that it is actually collaborated in India with the support of IIT Bombay too. So IIT Bombay is also on the stake and backed by DST. It is backed by DST, Department of Science and Technology. And see, this is the important thing. It was definitely changed governance, education, healthcare, grassroots delivery by offering AI solutions. So there are different solutions that you can bring in. And one important thing, theme radius. It is ethical and inclusive and Indian centric. Apart from the other AI, generative AIs operating from the US and other parts of the world, this one is very specific from the perspective of ethical, inclusive, and Indian centric AI. That's the most important thing. So, why it is called ethical is because you can see it is designed to minimize algorithm bias. Point number one. It is very ethical because it is minimizing algorithm bias. So such words will definitely give you points. And the most important one, the data governance policies is very strict because it is aligned with India's Digital Personal Data Protection Act. It is well under the Digital Personal Data Protection Act. So obviously you'll remember this point. Two important, algorithm bias and Personal Data Protection Act. 2 points why it is very ethical. Inclusive for all means obviously 22 languages is actually, obviously that is inclusive growth. Inclusivity, you're bringing a lot of people together. And grassroots level, rural areas means telemedicine is one such area. Agriculture advisory. So you can even, I even got one example from telemedicine. I'll given, see, a real world application, Jammu and Kashmir, an AI doctor that speak region language was deployed for telemedicine. And it had the psychological impact or the placebo effect. Let's take this. This was the news. AI-driven Arogya doctor on wheels attending 13,000 remote area patients. So what it did is, it talked in the region language. It's an AI-driven Arogya doctor which is actually conversing with the local people. They take the local feed and it converts into local language and then it gives to the specialist. So in this context, what is the placebo effect or the placebo effect means? It is when a person feels better when after taking a fake treatment and they believe it's real. You take a fake treatment and you have a manifestation that it is good, it is working well. So imagine that you take a sugar pill and you think it's a medicine for pain and the pain actually goes away, and then that placebo effect has actually happened because your mind and body has believed that it has started working. So this is the effect and real world effort. You can mention the Jammu and Kashmir AI doctor, the Arogya doctor on wheels. This is a program. You can I have added the important topics from this. To telemedicine, all these are important aspects. And even CP grams. It is also for governance system. When you talk about governance system, what is CP grams? You need to know what is CP grams. It is the public grievance redressal system. So what is the centralized public grievance redressal system means? It's an online platform that allows citizens to file complaints. So there are few citizens like this. There are few people like this. You can actually give a complaint through this. This is the CP grams means it's an online platform. You can actually complain in this. Regarding any government services, it connects all ministries, departments of the government of India and make sure that it's done. So even the governance system, CP grams is going to be, BHARAT Gen AI is going to be coming into this. And inclusivity and even the geographical proximity is also very important. See, normally we say that all the AI things will only help the urbanization crowd or the urban people. No. Startups beyond metro cities. Around 3,000 agri startups, including pioneer in lavender cultivation in J&K. This shows that AI is not metro locked, it's improving, impacting grassroots level. See, take a look at this. J&K farmers turns to lavender cultivation for better profits. So even AI and other important aspects are actually working beyond the normal cities, even in smaller areas. So, and also understand this is actually, BHARAT Gen is backed by over 25 TIH, means the technology innovation hubs and technology translational research parks supported by DST, IIT Bombay. It's a great thing. So this is the most important minimum points that you need to get. Try inculcating, try building this theme radius. I'll come up with another important answer writing for the next day. Thank you, and do subscribe to IS Factor, and our mains mindset program for the mains is there. Definitely book a free mentoring also. I would be happy to help you. Thank you, and thank you so much.